Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be continuing and presumably concluding our series of Ninjago Dragons Rising Source Dragon coverage in terms of which elemental powers each Source Dragon possesses. Today is day number 7, in which we have all of the elemental powers belonging to the Balance Source Dragon. As usual, this information comes courtesy of Ninjago writer Glenn Lacken over on Blue Sky, who has, over the past several days, made a similar post for each other Source Dragon. And in fact, we have covered all of them now, Balance included. All 7 Source Dragons have now been covered extensively in terms of what elemental powers they possess. I will link the overall playlist down below in the description, just in case you wanted to check out the videos on any other Source Dragon from the Source Dragon lineup. Like I said, today is day number 7, the final day here. Balance. Every action has a reaction, every question has an answer. Balance makes the parts greater than the whole. Of course, watch Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 on September 4th. Obviously, that is tomorrow. So, yeah, last day here, day number 7, Balance. As usual, I am going into this post completely blind. I am expecting some elemental powers, though, to be on this lineup, more specifically powers that we did not see on the other lists. Starting, of course, with the first one, Balance, 1 of 3. Considering there are only 3 elemental powers in this lineup, I think I know which 3 powers those are. So Balance, 1 of 3, walking tightropes, literal and metaphorical. A body in balance can sense imbalance in the world around it. Yeah, so very obviously makes sense there that balance itself would be a part of, well, balance. I think the only other elemental power that does this is life, if you count that as Lloyd's elemental power. Of course, life being a part of the life Source Dragon, balance being a part of the balance Source Dragon. Probably should have gone without saying, makes a lot of sense there. Next up, either going to be Amber or Shadow. We have Shadow. Okay, cool. Yeah, Shadow, 2 of 3. Let me bump this down here. Shadow, 2 of 3. An inseparable twin, a dark reflection, sometimes hidden but always present. You cannot walk the world without your partner. Yeah, so I suppose that makes sense too. I was kind of expecting Shadow to be a part of the Life Source Dragon. Then again, being a part of Balance makes sense too, as Shadow is always there with you. And of course, the balance symbol represents 2 halves of 1 whole. I could totally see where Shadow fits in. Again, I probably would have said Life for Shadow if I had the choice, but alas, I think Balance makes perfect sense as well. And finally, should be Amber. We have Amber, 3 of 3. When the masters rose, the world bled amber and gave an answer should it all go wrong. Fight fire with fire, and so on. Sure, makes a lot of sense there, I will say. I know for Amber, a lot of people were like, hey, Amber probably doesn't have a Source Dragon because Amber is an artificial power. And you would be right in saying that, as the original master of Amber kind of made the power himself, except he used Source Dragon energy. That was retconned into Amber's legacy and its history. Therefore, Amber would take power from a Source Dragon. Therefore, the Balance Source Dragon is the source of Amber. So, like I said, I think that makes sense too. Again, could have said Life for Amber as well. Then again, Balance, because of course Amber can absorb pretty much every other elemental power. Again, makes sense there. And the MVP of Balance is to be determined. Who will rise up to help restore balance to the merged lands? Keep watching Ninjago Dragons Rising to find out. So we don't even get the MVP of balance, I guess, of the 3 that exist. Makes me kind of assume that we probably will see more powers related to the Balance Source Dragon. Maybe in Season 4, maybe in a season beyond Season 4. Like the other posts, this Source Dragon only has 3 powers as of right now, but they probably will add more later. I imagine they will add more later. Also, I know people are going to say, hey, what about creation, destruction, all that good stuff, golden power? Well, like I've said in a previous video, golden power comes from every Source Dragon, and Glenn Lacken has said that he will not be talking about creation or destruction, so that's why they are not here. And Glenn Lacken ends ends with this right here, this statement. That's it for now. The world of Ninjago is larger than the series has time to cover, but hopefully this was an enjoyable peek behind the curtain. Definitely. Would love to see more posts like this in the future coming at us from Glenn Lacken over on Blue Sky. Leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you think of balance and its powers? Which elemental powers were you hoping would be a part of the balance lineup? Which powers do you think could belong to a different dragon, if not balance? Just leave all of your thoughts down below. And I will be doing one gigantic video later on covering pretty much all of the posts just in one video, putting up a big chart with all of the elemental powers and which source dragon they belong to. Just kind of an overview video. So stay tuned for all of that now that we have all 7 days. And once again, thank you to Glenn Lacken for putting all of this together for us Ninjago fans. I enjoyed this series. Kind of sad to see it end, but what exactly do you guys think? Leave all of your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon.